Hello, thank you so much for joining us. We are joining you from the UMass Lowell Higher Education Administration Graduate Fellow Committee, and we are so excited to tell you about your opportunities as a graduate fellow here at UMass Lowell and a bit about the academic program.
And hi, everyone. Welcome again.
So, my name is Kate Shaffer. I am the Assistant Director and Investigator for Student Conduct here at UMass Lowell.
And hi, my name is Marshall Greenleaf. I'm an Associate Director in the Office of Residence Life and an adjunct faculty member in the Graduate School of Education.
So much again for joining us. We're so excited to tell you about all sorts of things about our school and about the program and about your opportunities. Let's start with some fun facts about UMass Lowell. We're a public Division I research institution. We are among the top 200 research universities in the United States and 13th in the United States for intellectual property generated. We have more than 17,000 students, more than 10,000 of those are undergrad, more than 5,000 grad students, and we have a variety of both master's and doctoral degree programs available here at the university. We are an urban campus within the city of Lowell, which is a reburgeoning mill town 35 miles north of Boston. And we have 17 NCAA Division I athletic teams, and we, of course, would be remiss if we did not mention our men's hockey team, which took Hockey East Championship in both 2013 and 2014. Go Riverhawks! So to tell you a little bit about the city of Lowell, since it is a really great part of being a member of the community at UMass Lowell, again, we're 35 miles north of Boston. There is a train within the city of Lowell that takes you directly to Boston, and we're also very close to tax-free New Hampshire. We have a vibrant and historic downtown area with music, festivals, restaurants, museums. Every year we host the largest folk festival, Free Folk Fest in the United States. We have tons of outdoor recreation. We have canals, river walks, kayaking options, and we're close to many other New England recreation destinations.
To tell you a little bit more about our academic program, our Masters of Education in Education Administration with a higher education focus. It is a 30 credit hour program, and the courses that you'll take can be a mix of on-campus and online courses. The course sequence, it is 2 academic years, with the summer in between those academic years would involve 2 online courses. There is also a 2-semester practicum experience, and that will give you the opportunity to work in other offices or areas of higher education to get some more experience and insight into your professional development and career options and things like that. That's meant a lot of different things for our students. So that could involve working in another office on campus. For instance, we've had students work in financial aid, or students work with our Centers for Learning and Tutoring Center. We've also had students go to other universities and colleges in the area, including some of our local community colleges. For example, Middlesex Community College is also right here in the city of Lowell. Just to highlight some of the core courses in the program, you would be taking Intro to Higher Education, Managing Change and Conflict, Higher Ed Law, Diversity in Higher Education, and Student Development Theory. So again, you'd be taking all of those as your core courses, but there's also room to take some different electives, whether that be from graduate courses in psychology, sociology, or business. And so you do have the option to create a little bit of a different focus in that way as well, depending on what your interest is and what your professional development or career path plan is. And the program gives an excellent foundation and theoretical perspective within higher education and student development, which then would translate into practical experiences in your jobs and practicums.
Let's talk a little bit about the graduate fellowship opportunities. We really consider this an experiential learning opportunity, which is really providing a great opportunity for all of our grad fellows to really have professional level staff positions within the Division of Student Affairs. And so they are part-time, but really operating as entry graduate level staff members within each office. It's a real practical application of the classroom learning that Marshall just described. It's a great opportunity to learn about not only one student affairs position, the one that you might have, but also the other professions within the Division of Student Affairs and other offices across the university, and really a great opportunity to build those professional skills. So our graduate fellowships oversee things like student staff supervision, programming, planning and event management, working with a budget, networking with other offices across the university, and really meeting the needs of both our student and our other professional staff.
One of the benefits as well for coming in as one of our graduate fellows in the higher ed master's program is that you'll get to experience being part of a professional cohort. So when you start as a graduate fellow, there'll also be other folks that are new to the university starting as graduate fellows, and then there will already be graduate fellows who started last year here to help you in your transition. And so it's a great group to be a part of. It benefits people professionally to have other folks there to be able to talk about work concerns or ideas or just anything at all. And then also it's the benefit of having people there that if you wanted to develop more of a personal relationship with or hang out or have someone to go explore the city of Lowell with, it's all right there within your professional cohort.
So let's talk a little bit about these offices which have graduate fellow opportunities. Right now we have 5 different offices that offer opportunities. Some offices have multiple positions and some have 1 or 2 people in 1 position or 2 positions. So we're going to go through a little bit about each position. I'm going to kick it back to Marshall so he can talk about the residential life positions and opportunities there.
Thanks, Kate. So we have 3 positions within the Office of Residence Life. Our first is our Assistant Area Coordinator, and that's more of the traditional graduate hall director or resident director role. So it would involve RA supervision, building management, programming, and facilities and operations. And so it's a way to get some experience in all of those areas. We also have a housing coordinator position that is focused on housing operations here in our central office. And that position focuses on room assignments, facilities operations, so things like fire health and safety checks or work requests, and also works with assigning students meal plans, and really just taking care of all of those administrative functions relating to our housing assignment process. And then we also have a graduate resident educator position, and these folks focus on our residential curriculum and supervising RAs in terms of their programming within their halls. So it's implementation of programming, working on our first year experience and developing that program and transition programs for first year students entering into our community. And then they also help provide some academic intervention and support and work with a caseload of students that might be having issues in their classes and are in danger of not passing their courses. And so it's regular meetings with those students to help kind of bring them up academically.
So now I'm going to describe some of the graduate fellow opportunities within the Office of Student Conduct. Currently there are 2 graduate fellow positions within the Office of Student Conduct, and they're both the same. They work closely together to really provide 50% of the student conduct office. And so it's a small team, but the graduate fellows are integral members of our staff. So graduate fellows within the Office of Student Conduct get to really run the gamut of student conduct experiences. So starting from training and becoming a hearing officer and holding one-on-one or group meetings with students who have experienced something that might be a violation of our conduct code, all the way up to and including being trained to conducting an investigation or serving as a part of our review panel process. So our fellows within the Office of Student Conduct will help us to plan and implement trainings for hearing officers across campus, indirectly supervise some of the hearing officers across campus, and ensure that the conduct process is being handled fairly and equitably across campus, meeting with students one-on-one who are experiencing distress in their lives or who have engaged in conduct that is not necessarily helpful for the remainder of the community, really getting to dive deep into those students in distress and students who are experiencing issues, and really get to help them transition through that experience and come back to our community or continue in our community and be successful. So it's a really great opportunity to kind of fully immerse yourself in all of those facets of students in distress. Then we have two positions within the Office of Student Activities and Leadership. So we have one graduate fellow who oversees the leadership programs and really gets to help develop leadership programs and opportunities across campus in our leadership development programs. Then we also have a programming graduate fellow who is really planning those large campus events, helping to implement them. Those, of course, are two of the graduate fellows, which are very popular. You really just get to experience a wide variety of events and cool programs and figure out what the campus is looking for in terms of extracurricular outside the classroom opportunities and really implementing that. A lot of that will involve also administrative tasks related to large program, small program planning, budget management, etc. Then we have University Crossing Operations Graduate Fellows. So to really describe what the University Crossing Operations Graduate Fellow opportunity is, we really have to describe what University Crossing is. University Crossing is our student center, and it's really a facility unlike any other on campus. It was really set up to be a great place for students and administration and faculty to come together to discuss things such as civic engagement, leadership, really host events, and some really great programs on our campus. It's central to our campus, and not only that, but it holds most of the administrative and student organization offices, as well as the chancellor's office, and so it's really central to our campus. And then almost all of the positions that are graduate fellowships will have either an office within University Crossing or will have office space where they will work regularly. We host most of our meetings within University Crossing. So the University Crossing Operations Graduate Fellow position is a building manager position, really overseeing the day-to-day and kind of long-term operations that are happening within this building. The building manager graduate fellow aids in the daily operations and the security of University Crossing. They assist in the interviewing, training, supervision, and evaluation of student employees. We have a lot of student employees that work within University Crossing, and they develop and lead trainings for the student employees on topics such as customer service, teamwork, and communication styles, audiovisual procedures, and business etiquette. The graduate fellow within University Crossing Operations is responsible for developing work schedules and maintaining effective communication with the employees concerning upcoming events, assignments, and expectations. They also oversee the University Crossing Welcome Desk with responsibilities for daily operations and equipment rental. And then our final graduate fellow opportunity within the Division of Student Affairs is in the Office of Multicultural Affairs, another really popular position within our graduate fellow cohort. So the Multicultural Affairs graduate fellow really gets to do similarly to the student activities, but really related to diversity and inclusion work across campus, and that involves large-scale programs such as our Martin Luther King Jr. Events or our small-scale programs such as trainings on inclusion and diversity, running things like intergroup dialogue, bringing speakers to campus for large events, for small events, for Division of Student Affairs meetings and things of that nature, and really ensuring that we have a safe, just, and equitable campus environment for all of our students and community members, and really just meeting the needs of the campus as we have a changing society.
So if you are interested in becoming one of our graduate fellows, which we hope you are, we do have a few eligibility requirements. One, we do ask that you be enrolled in our Higher Education Administration Master's program, and so you can find that admissions application right on the UMass Lowell website. Just a note about that. You will see if you are applying that GREs are required. However, if you have a score of B or higher in an undergraduate English class, you do not need to submit GRE scores. So that's a nice feature. So again, if you've reached that B in an undergraduate English class, you do not need to submit a GRE score for us. We ask that folks coming in have a bachelor's degree. And then we also ask that you have some sort of student leadership experience. We just want to see that you were involved as an undergrad student. And so that might mean you were an orientation leader, or you were an RA, or maybe you were an exec board member of a club, anything like that. We just want to see some of the cool things you've done that have led you to wanting a career in student affairs.
So our hiring process, right now, these are the dates for 2017, but they'll approximate this every year. And so if you're looking at this well after this has gone live on our website, you can consider that these are pretty close to the dates that we're following each year. So February 15th is usually our priority application deadline every year. So priority application would have the following elements: the application itself, statement of purpose, your resume, and then your references. Please note that every year we also interview at Oshkosh Placement Exchange. And then on or around March 4th every year is our on-campus interview day. This year we are hosting that from 11 to 4, and that's an in-person opportunity to interview directly with the office or the graduate fellow hiring manager for the positions that you seek if you make it to that part in the interview process. And then March 15th or as filled, we extend offers. And so we will begin to extend those offers around that date. We will continue to extend those offers until the positions are filled. So again, if you're looking at this, in the early stages of March and you feel like it's a little too late, go ahead and submit your application, because we'll continue to consider them as we're filling positions or as positions become available.
And one note, if you are interviewing at the Oshkosh Placement Exchange, we do not require you to be on campus for that March 4th date, just so that folks know if you're doing one or the other. Compensation for the position: we do offer a $15,000 stipend for a full year contract, and so that goes from July 1st through June 30th of the following year. We do provide on-campus housing for all of our graduate fellows, and so you might see at some other institutions just Res Life people get on-campus housing. We provide it for everybody. With whatever office you work in. And the cool part about our on-campus housing is that our graduate fellows will get to live, starting this coming school year, in our new Perkins Townhouse Complex. So they are a new residential area for us as a university. They are super nice, have full kitchens. There's washer and dryers included, as well as dishwashers. And so there's some really nice amenities, as well as a small yard area and access to larger field areas. So it's a really, really great place to live. We also offer a meal plan during fall and spring semesters. Anytime the academic semester is going, your meal plan will be active. And then we also provide professional development opportunities. And this can mean many different things, and can really be a choose your own adventure type scenario based on whatever office you work with. But we do provide on-campus professional development. We meet once a month with all of our graduate fellows as a cohort to do what we call Friday exchanges, which are different workshops based on different professional development topics. We've done anything from budgeting for your job search, to resume and job prep help, to ethics and student affairs, to reviewing professional competencies. We've done Strengths Quest, a lot of different things. We've also been able to give our graduate fellows opportunities to go to some local conferences. And then depending on involvement in professional organizations, possibly national conferences. Again, it depends on your office and what your level of involvement is, but those opportunities are definitely there, and can be a discussion with your future supervisor.
Just to talk a little bit more about the Friday exchanges, Marshall really summed it up very well, but just know that they're monthly. And really, those things that Marshall described are things that we've done in the past, but we really base it on topics that are requested by the graduate fellows that are in the cohort at that moment. And so at the beginning of each year, we ask for people to give us topics they'd like to see covered, and we attempt to cover those throughout the academic year. And so it's, like I said, monthly, and has covered things such as Deans in Jeans, which is a really great opportunity to kind of real talk low-key, casual with dean-level professionals across the Division of Student Affairs. We've also had outside presenters come in. So we had outside presenters come in and talk about managing up, resume development, mock interviews, and other things like that, job search opportunities. And then we also can coordinate within those Friday exchanges opportunities to shadow people in other departments and kind of do opportunities to spend time in another department, so that you're not only getting your own graduate fellow experience, but you're also getting more of a variety of grad fellow experiences across the division.
Great. So, if you have any questions or would like to further the conversation after watching this, please let us know. We're very available for any questions, conversations, comments, concerns you might have. So you can see here on the screen, both for Kate and myself, our contact information as well as our email. And then the bottom link, www.uml.edu/SA That's our main grad fellow website. So you can see full position descriptions as well as the application to apply, and some other cool info on there. So please check us out. And again, let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you so much again for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you in the future.